What's up, guys? It's me, Sue. At least it's been a long time since I've done a video because, as you know, I'm in university, and with university, there's a lot of work to be finished. But today's video, it was a bit of a weird one. Today's video is basically about backups playing big roles. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, we saw a lot of backup QBs get them wins. We saw 4 backups win all 4 games, but we're only talking about 3 of them because one of the QBs was just a blowout win against an easy team. We're not going to go through that. But today's video, we're going to talk about Cooper Rush from the Dallas Cowboys. We're going to talk about Mike White from the Jets and Trevor Siemian from the Saints. So without time to waste, let's go over what happened. So let's start off with Cooper Rush, and this was Sunday Night Football. Heading into tonight's game, the Cowboys, they've been cream of the crops ever since losing to the Super Bowl contenders right now. And if you look at this team right now, they're pretty much going to be what they were when Prescott was a rookie. But however, this changed. Prescott was out with a calf injury, so Cooper Rush had to come in. Now last year, Prescott didn't play against this team. It was Dalton, and he led that game-winning drive. This one was similar, but this game should have been in the Vikings' hands. It turned out the clock management got the best of them. They had one drive, and then they just blew it up after that. But I want to talk about the Vikings. We're talking about the Cowboys. Down 16-13, Cooper Rush needed to go almost 80 yards into the end zone, and he had 2 dynamic receivers. He had Amari Cooper and Cedric Lathy. They both went over 100 yards, and Cooper scored the game-winning touchdown. Cooper Rush had 319 yards, did throw a pick, did have that turnover, but the Vikings should have taken advantage of it because they had a chance to maybe score a touchdown, but ended up kicking field goals, and they also didn't use the clock properly, as unfortunately, after 3 of the last 4 wins after starting 0-2, they have now dropped this game, and this was their big game because next week they play the Ravens, so it doesn't get any easier than that. So I hope to see the Vikings bounce back as the playoffs now start to get tightened a bit. And for the Cowboys, they're clearly going to win the NFC East. It's just a matter of fact of who they play. Now, the next QB we'll be talking about is Mike White of the Jets. And coming into Sunday's game, the Jets have only 3 wins since last year. And all 3 wins were playoff contending teams. The Browns, the Rams, and then here, tonight's game, against the Bengals, they also beat the Jets as well. This game, Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase were an electrifying duo. The Jets started Mike White, and we played like we didn't even expect it. 405 yards, including the Philly Jets special, but he got the win, and it wasn't like it was similar to what Minnesota did. The Bengals played a great game. Joe Burrow was great. Jamar Chase was great. Joe Mixon was great. It was just my final drive when Joe Burrow threw a pick. Unfortunately, the Jets get the win and the Bengals in a tight AFC North standings with the Bengals, Ravens, Steelers, and Browns all now with more than 4 wins. It's completely in another space. So these are games that you have to win for the Bengals. So let's just hope they bounce back because this is not going to get any easier. And then the final one, this wasn't a backup performance, but I'll just know why. It was the Buccaneers versus the Saints. And if you remember, in the playoffs, Drew Brees was playing his final game. And he had a bad day. 1 touchdown, 3 picks. Tom Brady leads them to the win. But in the regular season, Brady played like old-time Brady. He threw a pick 6 at the start of the season. Then he threw 3 picks against them at home on Sunday Night Football last year. He had a total of about 5 turnovers to 2 touchdowns and 1 rushing. So hopefully he can bounce back and try to make his first regular season win as a Buck against the Saints. The Saints, meanwhile, they're playing with fire. Despite losing Drew Brees, Jameis Winston has played his best football of the year. He's not turning the football over. Kamara's playing like, I don't know, he's maybe going for 1,000. And the best one, their defense has stepped up big time. And this defense stepped up a lot. But if we're talking about backup QBs, so here's where things got almost interesting. Jameis Winston suffered a torn ACL in the second quarter. An MRI came up. He was a torn ACL. So Trevor Siemian came in, and the Bucs were supposed to take advantage of it. Well, they didn't have a chance to come back. Brady threw for 365. They had to leave. But then, not turnovers, but penalties. They had a holding call. They had a helmet hit. They basically gave them one into field goal range. They kicked a field goal, but then Brady had a chance to win. Unfortunately, he threw a pick six, and Father Time, well, this was not the best performance you wanted. Not only that's their first loss since the week they lost the Rams, but now we're getting to the tightest bit. The Bucs are the first seed. The Saints are catching up right now. I mean, if the Saints make the playoffs, it's going to be because of Kamara. And now, with Winston out, can this defense step up and take them to maybe the playoffs? They may not be a Super Bowl contender with Drew Brees out, but with this defense, anything's possible. And also, as you know, this was a trade deadline. There weren't as much trades as you know. Chiefs got Melvin Ingram and a lot of stuff. As you know, some teams needed things big time. So right now, as it stands right now, we have the Bills, we have the Cowboys, we have the Bengals, we have the Titans, we also have the Cardinals, the Packers, we also have the Bucs, and also another team of all division winners so far. So right now, looking at the divisions as we get to almost the halfway point, I don't know, the NFC East is already clinched. The Cowboys are already going to win. The question is who they're going to be playing. For the other teams, the Bills, they could be like the top of the class, but we'll see how this goes. So thank you for watching my video, and as always, click like and subscribe, and hopefully we'll see how that Sunday goes. This is Lee signing off.